Hey, how you doing? Welcome back, Bloated Chef Jerome here. We are definitely going off the rails with this one. I've got some chicken thighs, bone in and skin on. Did you notice the price? $1.59 a pound. Do the work, save some money. Look at what we got here. A lot of aromatics, onions, green onions. Looks like some Thai basil, tomatoes, arugula. No kid. Wait, what's this? Wasabi peas. Okay, off the rails. Walnuts, toasted and salted. Wait, fresh pesto, made it 3 days ago, sitting in my fridge. Didn't know what to do with it. As usual, our array of Benissimo oils. And as usual, we're working harder than an ugly strip. Wait, what is that? Coconut milk? Pasta? Heavy cream? Vodka? Well, that's going in my belly. How about this, folks? Walnut wasabi, pesto marinated chicken pasta. That's right. Okay. Let's crush some maintenance. All right, arugula done. We're gonna separate these two. Actually, we're not. This is all gonna go in for our beginning mirepoix, along with this little, I don't know, what do you want to call it? A quarter piece of onion. Slice it in half, lay it on its side, get yourself some nice, even, I don't know, diced or sliced. Chop it all down. Okay, here comes your tomatoes. These just happen to be sitting there. This just happens to be a one-pot gem. So we throw it all in there and see what happens. All right? Here comes that Scotch bonnet. This time we are going to definitely take the seeds out because there's already going to be enough heat with that wasabi. So, very fine mince. Brunoise, if you will. And we're moving right along. You with me? And now at this point we'll break down that basil. No chiffonade, no fancy nothing. We're just going to do this a rough chop. If there's such a thing as a fine rough chop, that's where we're at. All right, let's look at our mise en place. I don't know. Everything looks really good. Who here does not love to see me chop shit? I think they're being a little disingenuous. Anyways, let's go ahead and combine those wasabi peas and toasted walnuts, and let's pulverize them. Because, don't take a whiff of this, by the way. Don't get too close to this. The fumes will knock your dick into the dirt. Right from the processor into the mortar and pestle. We gotta bust those wasabi peas up. Make sure it's a good pulverized meal. We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons to that little bit of pesto we had left over. Mixed it together. Hello. Hello. Let's take a taste. Oh yeah. Two stage. All that wonderful herbs and freshness from the pesto. And that wasabi comes racing right to the front. But stop short of busting your friggin' palate up. Oh yeah. Let's focus on our proteins now, and it is obviously these beautiful fat, skin on, bone in, fatty chicken thighs. And here's how we're going to treat these bad boys. We're going to take that skin off, trim it down. We're going to leave some of the fat on there because that's the candy, if you know what I mean. And of course, you never get rid of the cracklings. You never get rid of the skin because we're going to use those later. Okay, I guess it's later. All right, little salt and pepper, little S&P. I'm going to lay another layer of paper towels down, and we're going to pound these as flat as we can get them. Very gently, but pound them out. We're going to fold these up, stick them in the fridge, and probably later on tonight, go ahead and nibble on these crunchy little bastards. All right, season up our thighs. We're going to keep the bone in for now. We're going to do about an 8-hour marinade with this walnut wasabi pesto marinade. That's right. It rolls off the tongue so well. Don't you agree? All right. Get it all mixed up. Get it well incorporated. We're going to wrap that up. Stick it in the fridge. But not until we add the obligatory 2 to 3 to 5 to 7 shakes of fish sauce and about a 1 shake of Shaoxing wine. Now it goes in the fridge. And 8 hours later, here it goes. We pulled it out a little bit early. I wanted to go 12, but guess what? It's going to go another 3 hours after this anyway. So take that very sharp boning knife, razor sharp. Just follow it down the bone. Try to keep as much bone and as little meat as you can off that. Now we'll dice it up into good medium-sized one-bite chunks, let's call them, okay? Now we'll go back into the marinade, completely covered now in marinade, wrapped, stick in the fridge for 3 more hours. We're talking about anywhere from 12 to 15 hour marinade. And let's rock and roll. Spicy sriracha oil from... You would be correct. If you haven't checked these guys out yet or gone to the website, then you just don't know. Alright? Alright, in goes all that heavily marinated and penetrated chicken. We're going to do just about a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Okay? There goes some of that Odwalla straight fire heat. Okay, folks, if you don't think this is going to have some good heat to it, you're not thinking straight, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull these out with a slotted spoon. They're only about halfway cooked. You dig? We're going to reduce the rest of that liquid, build a nice fond, and now we're going to start our layers of flavor. First part of the mirepoix vegetables hits. In goes those habanero peppers. That's right. They are hot. They are spicy. A little bit of seasoning. We don't need much. It's going to be a lot of salt in that pesto. There goes some fresh peeled garlic and chopped. Right? Are you with me? About a tablespoon. That's all we're going to need. Had a little fresh thyme there as well, so that goes in. Going to bloom these vegetables, sweat them down. All right, what do?
Use what you have.
Thank you, Mimala. All right, in goes that arugula. That's not going to take about 30 seconds to cook. From here, we keep moving it around, sweating out the liquid. Going to pick up all that fond off the bottom of the pan. Next in the tub goes our tomatoes, all right? We're going to sweat those down. We're going to let them slowly but surely sweat and break down, turn soft, release all their liquid, and it should look a little something like this right here. Yeah, well then goes a little bit of Shaoxing wine, / sherry / whatever white wine or any type of citrus wine or acid you have on hand. That's going to help pull up all the fond off the bottom, cook all the alcohol out, and move on to the next. Here we go. There goes that coconut milk. I know you're thinking, how? Why? But that's what we do here at the Bloated Chef. We just go. We don't care. We're going to move that in. We're going to go ahead and mix that around, and we're going to very, very lowly simmer this until it reduces down and almost becomes a little on the thick side. All right? Once that has reduced a little bit and thickened, we will add a half of our chicken stock. We want to bring this to a boil once. Then we're going to add a little more of that fish sauce because it makes everything taste better. All right, full rolling boil. Now we're going to add our pasta and turn it down to low heat. Slap a cover on it. Give it about 15 minutes. 1/4 of an hour later, approximately, we have got a nice simmer going. Those shells are about 35 to 40% cooked. We're going to add that partially cooked chicken in. All the juice. Do not forget the drippings in the juice. Unreal addition of flavor to this pot. All right, lid it again. And 10 minutes after that, everything seems to be cooked. We will add our heavy cream, turn it back to low, simmer for 10 more minutes, maybe 15, checking periodically so we don't hammer the pasta and overcook it. Now we finish it off. In goes the wasabi walnut pesto. Wow. Anybody want to take a gander or a guess as to how good this is going to turn out? All right, we're there. Lid comes off. Heat is off. In goes all that wonderful, bright, fresh basil into that incredibly delicious and creamy one-pot gem. Look at this. The papete pasta, or as I call them, plumbing elbows, is cooked perfectly. The chicken is juicy and tender, and the consistency is money. Let's throw this in a bowl and get it in our belly. All right, big dumb animal time. Yeah, genius. You don't have the right camera angle for that look, okay? So just scoop it out and do like, there you go. Get the full bite. fried onions on top, Parmesan cheese on top. It's hot. It's really hot. All right, let's see what the big dumb animal is thinking. There's the eye squint. Ooh, I saw some steam. Okay, rubbing his hands. That's good. All right, number one. I get it. Okay, chicken. Cooked perfectly. Pasta al dente. Perfect. Absorbed all the sauce. The walnut wasabi pesto is level all the way through. Yeah, okay. Here it comes. Don't you friggin' do it. Don't do it. I knew he would. Don't forget, like again, subscribe, share. Most importantly, leave a comment. It's really up to you, folks. We appreciate you.